Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So tonight's question is, will Deacon and Taylor be a thing on The Bold and the Beautiful? Seems like forever since I actually last did a stream, even though I did one on Wednesday. It still seems like forever. So we're going to get started. We have a lot to talk about, people. It's going to be a lot of fun. So hit the like button as you're coming in. Amy H is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Sean is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Blackmon, aka Mr. GQ, is in the chat. How are you doing, my friend? Hope Monique is in the chat. It's good to see you. Damn, it seems like it's been forever since last seen you. Eagle Fang. Did you what? Did you see Monday's episode? I didn't see them. I didn't see Monday's episode yet. I have an idea, but I didn't see Monday's episode yet. I'm good, Sean. I survived. I survived today. What's good, Allison? What's good, Duane? Whole week of waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning. What's good, Duane? That was a painful experience. Oh, I will upload some pictures too. Like, I do that too. I was actually on time today. 8 o'clock on the dot. By the way, I'll sit there and say this throughout the stream. Um, I'm good, Black Mom. I survived. Very happy about that. So I'm very happy about that. Like I said, this whole week I've been waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and it has been torturous, to put it mildly. Ryan's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Oh, nothing crazy, Duan. I just my coworker has been out, so I've been covering that person's shifts, and they have to be able to work at 6. So every day I've been up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and it has been hell. So that's all. Why the hell can I not see how many people is in my stream? How can I not see how many people is in my stream? How can I not see how many people is in my stream? How can I not see how many people is in my Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, to tell you the truth, Sean, it seemed like they came across as a bunch of petty high school kids, as a bunch of petty high schoolers. What's good, Joanna? What's good, D Dog? What's good, Freddie? What's good, Francis? I think that's kind of an oversimplification, Freddie, and I'm gonna get to that in a second. Chat looks weird today. How does it look weird? I mean, well, my whole thing is, Freddie. What was Brooklyn supposed to do? What was Brooklyn supposed to do? Think about this for a hot minute. You're saying that, and what's good, Queen of the South? How you doing tonight? Yeah. Was Brooklyn supposed to sit there? Let me put it this way. Brooklyn laid out what's the possibilities that can wind up happening. The background is let's see what it looks like. Yeah, Ryan, she came at the right time. She came at the right time. But My whole thing is she got upset with the family because they didn't stand by her. Ronnie could have kicked each and every single one of them out. Tracy stood her ground, and so what? I'm not apologizing for something I didn't do. Okay, well then that's just going on one up happening. But that's my whole thing though. Like she stood on business. And what's good, Ron? 1 second. Ronnie could have kicked each and every single one of them out, right? She could have literally sat there and kicked out Ned, kicked out Olivia, kicked out everybody in that house, and it wasn't a damn thing that anyone can do about it. And also, like Brooklyn said, you're capable of doing this. She did the same thing, um, drugging Alexis. So, I mean, at the end of the day, she was being really mean and nasty and rude towards her. So, you can only deal with somebody's BS for so long before somebody, 1 second run, before somebody decides to snap and be like, you get the out. What's this Anastasia thing is Stephanie talking about? Are we that's her pseudonym for the book that she's writing. Anastasia is the book for One Stormy Night. What are we that's her pseudonym, right? Yeah, that's the name that she's going under. She's not using her real name. Francis says, Albert, do you think Ronnie is legit or a con? I don't know. It's hard to sit there and say. What the fuck is it doing? It's hard to sit there and say. I mean, the idea is that what's good, Miko? What's good, Highland? Oh wow. Yeah, it's hard to sit there and say. What's good, Miko? But yeah, it's too early to tell. It's too early to tell, unfortunately, if she's real or a con. Linar was interesting in a sense. You didn't hear it? Okay, give me a second, Ryan. Let me answer Mika's question first. Um, I don't understand. There's a certain there's interesting stuff that's going on, but then there's stupidness going on too. I don't understand how I don't understand how Phyllis is able to just take that program like that. I don't get that. If that was the case, Phyllis could. I mean, Victor could have just hired somebody to do the exact same thing. Unless Kane is faking it. Otherwise, it's like you have this super secret weapon, and somebody's able to get a hold of it just like that. Um, Autumn says, "Hey, Albert. See, I knew Drew was trying to butter Ronnie just so he could buy the Q mansion. For a man who claims to hate the Qs, he wants to be a part of the family so badly. Yeah, I don't understand that either. I don't get that either. I take the last name. Okay, so Ron, just to answer your question, um, some of it seemed kind of stupid. Some of it seemed kind of stupid, Ron, because Harrison, if they're saying like you crossed the line, it's like you laid out several other things. Right, you're gonna have to give me. Let me answer one of your questions first. Um, she laid out like seven different things that Xander did that will be considered crossing the line. So I don't understand. I don't understand how is she sitting there saying like you crossed the line by beating your brother's ass, but shooting Marlena and Brady, that's okay? Like, I mean, that wasn't crossing the line. So some of the stuff she said just didn't really make a lot of sense. Plus, I don't understand how like it's hard to sit there and take somebody's ultimatum or somebody's like threat seriously when after like every 3 months, close to a year, you get back together with them. It's like it's lost its power. Even Philip was like, yeah, but she broke up with you before. I was mad with you before. She always took you back. So yeah, just to answer that question, that's my thoughts on that. I don't understand. Okay. Mm. Ron says, "How you feeling at this point about Nathan being back? A lot of people don't think it's exactly him. It's hard. It's hard to sit there and tell. I mean, from everything, it seems like it's Nate. He hasn't been doing anything that has been off for sus, right? Except for that one time that he he was hugging Britt, and then he looked at he looked at Britt kind of funny, but I just he hasn't done anything yet. And I think that's the thing. I think it's one of those things where it's like I'm being patient and waiting to sit there and see what he does next. Right? You bring him back, okay, as long as you have a good storyline for him, cool. I feel like they're personally taking a little bit too long, but give him something to do, give him a good storyline. You already got good tension going on. Um, with Spinelli, he's wondering, he's worried. Hmm. Yeah, I didn't see that. You could have made a weird face. I have no idea. I'm not disappointed. I'm not super happy. I'm in the middle with Nate being back. It's like for the first couple of months, close to a year, Gio was this thing. Remember when people complained about Gio being on the show and not adding anything and not doing anything, Sean says Carly has to keep reminding us about her friendship with Jason. It is pretty obnoxious, if we're gonna be honest. It is pretty obnoxious. And she loves to sit there and throw that in Britt's face. She used to do the same thing with Sam. She used to do the same thing with Courtney. It's one of those things where it's like, girl, Ron, he already knows that, Jeremy already knows that Stephanie is the, is, is Anastasia. He already knows. He knows. So, B Cobb says, "How you doing? I hope your Friday is good." Yeah, it is good. How's yours? It's good to see you again. Freddie says Carly was being so bitchy to Britt. I mean, she's bitchy to every woman that's been in Jason's life. Like Carly, you had your chance with then cheated on him with Sunny. Yeah, she's obnoxious. Was good, Rachel? Yeah, I was just explaining to Sean like she be doing too much. She be straight up doing way too goddamn much, in my personal opinion. She has. And it's Francis says Albert just wondering if I don't know. I don't know. That's not really a question to really ask me, unfortunately. I don't know. So um Mikhail says just got off work, although I work from home, ready for the weekend. Jared says Sheila's gonna hurt Taylor. It's her crazy nut job ass. And yeah, listen, what was I gonna sit there and say? Yeah, listen, GH fan has a point. Okay. Ever since Britt got back, she's been nasty and rude towards what you call it as well. Um, I think I'm gonna actually start reading the questions in my head before I read it out loud. Um, GH fan has a point. Britt has been acting just as nasty to Carly as well. She's also been acting pretty nasty to Jason. She's also been acting hella nasty to Jason. So it's they both be doing a lot. But like I said, Carly. There's times I like Carly, and then there's other times I find that Carly is just basura, just absolute trash. Um, because Carly can be pretty nasty at times. Um, her whole I'm gonna sit there and take down Jack. I'm like, girl, you've been sitting there putting your kids in danger for years. You've been literally sitting there putting your children in danger for years. And but now you want to sit there and get upset with with Jack. You've been doing it for years, shacking up to a mobster, getting your son shot in the head. F out of here, Carly. Ron says, Albert, I also forgot to mention Amy Troy having a run and with Leo and Javi. Yeah. What about it? She was being a um judgmental POS. Catlin, I love you. You stop it. Hey, Catlin, you know damn well Carly could be trash. Let's mm, let's not go there. Let's not go there with how trash Carly can be. Because I got receipts. Don't. Okay. I guess y'all need a demonstration then. Hey, GH fan, are you still in the chat? Let me know. I'm out to go in. Rachel says on Beyond the Gates, do you think Vanessa is playing Joey and trying to get no. I don't think that she's smart enough. Okay, good. Okay. All right. So
get the hell you unleashed. Everyone suffered. Michael, Jason, even AJ. All because you took it upon your sanctimonious self to tell a truth that wasn't yours to tell. All because you were jealous. You were afraid I was going to have a family that you couldn't have with Jason because you're HIV positive. There, I said it. You know, Robin, you You may fool the rest of the world, inspire pity and admiration, but I know you for the snake that you are.
And I know you for the hateful person that you are. No wonder Sonny won't take you back.
You know nothing about me and Sonny, okay? Thank God you were on the other side of the world.
Oh, please, it's not hard to figure out. Sonny got fed up with your insanity. So you think that this new, improved version of Carly that you're trying to sell is going to fly? You are in for a rude awakening.
What's it like up there? On that lofty moral perch where you look down your nose and pass judgment on the rest of us, huh? You'd have thought somewhere along the line, after everything you've been through, you could pick up some empathy and compassion. Humility, maybe?
You have the nerve to spout words at me like empathy and compassion, which you've never shown to anyone. Oh, I'm sorry, unless it's suited your own agenda.
How Jason could have spent more than 5 minutes in your miserable company
Well,
is
he did.
beyond me.
He did, okay? No matter how much you hate it.
Get out. Go. Take your miserable butt back to Paris, please. Robin, you're finished this here. Guess what? Your miracle drug didn't work. And you know what? You probably knew that it wouldn't. You played on Jason because he was vulnerable. Yeah. You thought, hey, if he feels obligated to me, I can slither as my...
So yeah. And you know, Cat Lady says, how many times you gonna sit there and play that clip? As many times as I need to sit there, as many times as I need to remind people how much trash Carly's ass is. And Jarence, just to answer that question, hey, listen, he gonna sit there and play. He gonna sit there and play detective. He gonna sit there and play detective. He's gonna sit there and play detective as um, as as much as needed. I have no idea, Jonathan. They changed some shit. Run, just look it up on YouTube. Yeah, just look it up on YouTube. I'm not gonna sit there and describe it piece by piece. Just look it up on YouTube. You goddamn right, Freddie. How many times am I gonna say? As many times as it fucking takes. To be fair, what Carly said was absolutely trash. Yeah, that was absolutely disgusting. That was absolutely disgusting, Ryan. Seriously, McCall, like, yo, I mean, I don't know, Jonathan. I don't know. They, StreamYard started changing stuff around, so I don't. And they didn't give me time to sit there and really kind of see it. So I don't know what you want me to tell you, Jonathan. But Sunday's going to be fun. I'll sit there and say that much. I know you're coming through on Sunday, so I got a surprise. Molly said that was low. That was effing low, Carly. Yeah. Yeah, that was you. Yeah, absolutely. That was low of her. And that's why I like to sit there. That's why I like to sit there and bring that clip up every now and then. When people want to sit there and start defending Carly, talking about, well, she's not trash, she's not this. I'm like, you sure about that? That shit will forever be my goddamn arsenal. No, I didn't. I'll look it up though, Ryan. What? Cat Lady had a message and then it just deleted. Like, the fuck? Oh, okay. She always talks about a family with Jason. But anyway, she did. She only got the hotel because of Jax. That's absolutely correct. Like I don't like to be confrontational, but like there's just like an inkling when people start really trying to hardcore defend defend Carly. I'm like, nah, we're not doing this. We're not this ain't going down like that. 'Cause I will bring up the receipts every time. Now, now I got that out the way. What else happened on GH? Sean says, I've been called a Carly hater. I always find that kind of weird when people call like I've had people sit there and say, "Oh, you're hating on Carly or you're hating on Jordan." It's like I'm not hating on Jordan. I will call Jordan out on her BS. Okay, I'm not. I feel like sometimes like if you're not kissing a character's ass, you're called a hater. And I'm like, I'm not kissing no character's ass. I don't care if they're my favorite or not. Ron says, so Jeremy Horton knows that Stephanie's book is in stage and he's not going to blackmail her. Yes, that's correct, Ron. He's not going to blackmail her. Johnson says, so Sarah kicked Xander to the curb for the umpteenth time, right? Yeah, Sean. As long as you have your okay. See, that's my whole thing, Sean. As long as you have your reasons why you don't like Carly, then that's totally fine. But that's the thing, though, Jonathan. Like, even Philip was like, "Well, she kicked you out before. What makes it so different, right? Like, what makes it so different? She's kicked you out before. What makes it so different?" And also, part of me was a little kind of annoyed. It was like, "Oh my God, you kicked him out. You're calling him a thug. This, that, and the third. Man, I didn't see that coming." Island said Drew was out of line with the boys. He's a straight up head case. Yeah, he is. I've seen worse than monsters though. Check out Island. Check out my Michael Cambius video. That's a true monster. No, Ron. I refuse to sit there and give you play by play of the promo for next week because you can just go on YouTube and watch it yourself. You honestly think I'm gonna sit there and go from scene to scene? What is wrong with you? Freddie says, Albert, and remember when Carly said her exact words, I will get the hotel back on my own, but did that happen? Who gave it back to her? Jason. Yeah. And Black, shout out to Blackmon. Blackmon has been a member for 33 months. You are awesome, Blackmon, and I appreciate you. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, let me finish this up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There's a point where she sat there and said that I'm going to put you in prison. I'm like, wait. Yeah, exactly. Blackmon has been an OG member. An OG member. I'll get okay, 1 second, Jonathan. Let me get to Ron's same comment that he's been writing for like was it like 20 goddamn minutes now? Jesus Christ. Ron says, Albert, if you have to choose between Cat Lady, well, there's no other choice between Cat Lady. So there you go. So it's going to be Cat Lady. Yeah, that was an easy question. But I have to choose between Cat Lady and no, there's no other choice. Save you a lot of time and me a whole ass headache busting up there reading that. So it's going to be Cat Lady. Of course, I don't know what the hell happened to her now. What the fuck was that about? You know what? Okay, Jonathan, you know my issue with Maggie? There's a point where she sits there and says that I'm going to put you in prison, Xander. And, Xander, and the promo is like, well, if I go to jail, so is Philip. My issue is Philip did not press charges and Philip isn't pressing charges. Then why are you so hard up on trying to get Xander thrown in jail for something that the victim doesn't even want? Like that's the part that just like fucking blows me. That's the part that just blows me. That's what I'm just not getting. Oh, okay, your channel isn't going. It's like what the hell? All right, Kelly, I want to make sure your channel didn't get Thanos, since apparently that's what they're doing now. Oh, also, I guess I'll sit there and say this again while I have your attention. Danny Bear 87. Y'all have seen her in the chat a couple of times. Yeah, YouTube took down her channel. So hopefully at some point she'll get back, she'll get another channel, she'll come back. But for any fans, any subscriber of Danny Bear 87, her channel got taken down for like reasons that don't really make sense. Is the only way I can describe that. Okay, so I was talking about Portia, right, and Jordan. When did Jordan become the gossip queen? When did that happen? When did Jordan start running around town gossiping with Anna about Portia being pregnant? Like, what are we doing? Isn't that isn't Portia supposed? I mean, isn't Jordan supposed to be undercover? Oh my god, that's so good. Oh yeah, Drew's being an asshole. Oh, Jonathan, whenever you get a chance, I put out the I think you were in the chat a little bit, so I don't know if you watched it, but I put out the story of Michael Cambias. So if you didn't check that out, check it out. Freddie says Joy needs to mind her damn business and worry about her own life and a man just because she has nothing else better to do. Well, what she's supposed to be doing is she's supposed to be on the cover. I feel like the writers kind of forgot about that somewhere along the line. Like isn't this chick supposed to be on the cover? Johnson says maybe Jordan is just effed up with Portia constantly reading her the riot act. What's good, Krista? Like, think about that shit. Like, I just. How many people actually did watch Beyond the Gates also? I'm gonna be going back and forth for Jenna Hosper, but how many people actually did watch Beyond the Gates though? Very, very, very curious. Electric Force is going to find out that Remy is Deke's boyfriend. Yeah, I did not see much of that at all, Ryan. I took a break from GA, so when I came back, I came back when Morgan died. Um, I came back when Morgan got in Julian's car and it blown up. It blew up. So I didn't see any of that. I didn't see any of that. Yeah, Remy didn't sit there and tell him about his past. And I'm like, so Remy, what's gonna wind up happening when y'all go out to dinner somewhere or whatever, and like Hope or Luna or Will sees you? What's gonna happen then? Like most of this stuff is just not really working. It's not really making a lot of sense, and I do not understand. What's good, Dolomedics? Just on a it's really weird. Jonathan talked about how there's a different format, and I don't see it that much. Like it's kind of annoying, but I don't think it's as well. I don't know what he doesn't like about it, but yeah, somebody said like, for somebody who hates the Quartermains, you want to buy the Quartermain house, you want to have your last name be Quartermain. Listen, I'm gonna probably just sound like a broken fucking record for a hot minute. You know, the comments cover half of the screen. Oh, alright. I gotta try out the other format next time. It didn't seem like it really gave me that much of an option. Um, I think when I stream again, because it gave me like three options, and I didn't really understand. Like it usually just does it the way it normally does it, but they want to change shit around. So similar to Facebook Live. Okay, all right. Oh, okay. It's like it's like if I was okay. All right, now I understand. Sean says what's happening on the stream this weekend. So Saturday, I'm not going to be streaming. I have a birthday thing to go to in the city, so I'll be streaming on Saturday. But Sunday I'll be streaming. Well, Ryan, it was fun. It was fun to sit there and troll. It was fun to troll. And I to tell you the truth, in the beginning, it wasn't even really that much trolling. I was actually being serious. In the beginning, I was actually being serious because I felt like people were in the beginning of the stuff he'd start doing. I felt like people were overreacting a little bit. And then I started trolling, and I trolled up until a point of, oh, okay, let's pen that. Yeah, Jonathan, you're gonna like this Sunday. You're gonna like this Sunday. Okay, let me pin you. I was unfortunately just telling people about your situation, Where the hell are you at? Okay, there it is. So I pinned her channel, so definitely click on her new channel, Miss Soap Obsessed. But it was, was good, Lee. It was fun in the beginning to troll about Drew. And then when he did that whole thing with Wiley, when he did that whole thing with Wiley, I was like, all right. I was like, all right, I can't even sit there and troll right now. You're from Jamaica, okay. Well, nice to meet you. One second, Freddie. Um, but once he did that, I was like, all right, bro. I was like, now I can't even sit there and troll. Okay, Freddie says Albert Rocco is not related to Ulbrich, Britt, and Nathan, Britt stole Dante and Lulu's embryo. That family dinner made no sense. Well, the thing is, Ryan, as I gonna sit there and say for the 14,000th time, there's no, there's no, there's no right in an opinion, right? There's no y'all were right or I was wrong. It's an opinion. I don't know, Ryan. Maybe you used to snip there going on some of these soap forums where y'all keep score of who's right or who's wrong. But an opinion doesn't necessarily mean that I'm right or that I'm wrong. It's simply an opinion. Just like my other opinion of as bad as you sit there and think that, or as bad as some people think that Drew is, there's a character named Michael Cambia says 1,000 times worse. So let's just keep that in mind. No, Ryan, there's not. Just because you feel like there's something that's right doesn't mean that it's actually right. Not when it comes towards an opinion. An opinion isn't based off of right or wrong. Maybe you need to sit there and kind of Google the definition of an opinion. Um, it's interesting that you say that, Jonathan, because it makes me think about. Um, oh, okay. Well, that's the thing, though, right? Sometimes I just have to get used to your sense of humor. But no, you should seriously look up a guy named Michael Cambias. I did a video. You should watch it. Tommy, but it made me think about what's her name? Who was the chick that Michael was going out with? The stripper. It wasn't. It was Abby. Abby the stripper. I'm kind of just like when he said, listen, you're gonna need to sit there and change your job. I was like, broski, you were watching you were dating a stripper. It was Abby, yes. What are you watching, Sean? He was dating a stripper. No, but what I'm saying, all right, is like he was dating a stripper. So I'm like, how is it like you're dating a stripper and that's okay, but you dating an escort? That's like, oh, Halloween and Freddy. Michael Myers and Freddy. Hmm, interesting stuff. One second. I gotta turn on this goddamn AC. Jesus. Whew. Tommy, you gotta talk about Y&R. Talk about that disaster known as Phyllis Summers. Vanessa, you know what, Tommy? Vanessa is trash. Hold on, let me take that off. Vanessa is trash. Why did it? There you go. Vanessa is trash. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Cat broke Tomas. Um, oh, yeah, that's true, Jonathan. That's true. That's true. But you know, okay. So yesterday's episode, Beyond the Gates, that was literally the only, that was actually the only part that was interesting. I don't, I don't understand Beyond the Gates sometimes. Like, you know, it's funny, Danny. Somebody else said the same. I think it was Francis. I think Francis said the same thing or asked me the same question. Somebody in his chat asked me that. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That I'm not gonna lie, Danny. That shit gave me a personal pain. But okay, you know what I found funny, and I'm gonna get back to the whole broken penis thing. Okay, wait, hold on. So Michael says to Jacinda, "I'm gonna pay you to fall in love with me." Jacinda gets offended, calls him out, and then starts walking away. I was like, let me get this straight. You have men pay you for sex. They ask you to do all sorts of things. What's good, cherry ice cream? They ask you to do all sorts of things. Him offering you money to fall in love with him, that's your whoa. You don't went too far, broski. Love. What kind of girl do you think I am? I was like, wait, hold on. I cannot be the only person that sat there and looked at Jacinda like, wait, that's your threshold? Somebody's that they're paying you to fall in love with them? That's your, it's like, yo, what am I watching? Carlton is trash, Tommy. Carlton is trash. Don't get me wrong, Nicole is also trash too. Like, I get that you wanted to probably get back at him and everything like that, but like, you know, you fucking with this man's business. And you're messing with Carlton's business as well. Ron says, I know. Jacinda's reaction was a little hot, plus she should be smart know that he didn't mean it the way it initially sounded. Okay, but the thing is though, yeah, but that's my whole thing though, like, Freddie. I was just like, girl, you've been asked to do far more disgusting things than that. You are like one step away from being a goddamn hooker. Like, what what are we doing? That's your threshold? That's like, girl, get the fuck out of here. Delmedic says, I can't with the Carp and Nicole thing. Out of all the men she decides to rebound with, she choose Carlton. I felt that was love. It was low. It also puts Carlton in a very tough position because this man has to work with your ex-husband every day. Like, for somebody who wants to sit there and try to act like they're super smart and very know-it-all and everything, that was a shitty thing that you wound up doing. Mm, I don't know, Tommy. I think that's a bad look to sit there and use your position to sit there and settle a score for something personal. You know, I wouldn't rock with Carlton, but I wouldn't fire him though. Like that's a bad look on you. That's a bad look on me if I did something like that. I just wouldn't. At that point, I wouldn't rock with either one of them because I'm like, now you know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Tommy, yeah, it's messed up. I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't rock with that. Don't let Sis Nicole know what she's doing. I also hate how they revealed that flowers are Tad's Nicole's special thing, but for months they act like Tad was doing the minimum with the flowers. Naomi, Naomi, Naomi has been pissing me off for like a while now. And sloppy drunk Naomi was getting on my fucking nerves. I'm like, bro, I think your wife is broken. You may need another one. I think your shit is broken and you may need another one. That's insane. That is absolutely insane. And she was just giving him all sorts of attitude. I felt like she was also sitting there trying to pick a fight. There's a point where it's like a couple of episodes before they're talking about the baby or whatever, or her not being pregnant, how she's happy, and he tries to make jokes, and she's like, whatever. He starts trying to make out with her, or whatever. She's like, well, you can't sit there and cover everything up with sex. I was like, girl, what the fuck do you want? Everything I everything I see Nicole and Jacob, I want to tell Jacob to run. I've been giving Nicole the side eye since the second week. Yeah, I just like listen, I get it. It's a lot of people are liking the fact that she is not Chanel. She's not baby crazy. She's not going to be like, I gotta be pregnant. I gotta get a kid. I gotta get a kid. I gotta get a kid. But I'm also kind of tired of her constant monologuing about why she doesn't want to have a kid. It's like, okay, fine, you don't want to have a kid. Shut up. Like at one point, I was like, okay, girl, just get a goddamn abortion and just keep it moving. Like, why you gotta sit there and put us through this shit? And it's like that one episode, she kept sitting there trying to find an argument or pick an argument with her. I'm like, yo, he came from a long days of work. I was like, girl, do you not understand how men work? Like, men, we're somewhat simplistic at times. Like, we want peace. You get home from a long day of work, we're dealing with shit and people and God knows whatever else. We don't want to come home to a fucking constant fight. And that's what she kept doing. And I'm like, the fuck is wrong with you? You see her sloppy ass all drunk and just like being belligerent and constantly giving him attitude. I'm like, and then Isaiah, right? Isaiah kept sitting there looking at uh Naomi like she was a snack until you realize, oh, that's Jacob's younger brother. I'm like, okay, that's cool, but like, why are you sitting there looking at why are you sitting there looking at Or like a snack. Danny says Naomi was hella annoying. Yeah, she was doing too much. She was doing way too much. I was like, girl, you need to calm down. I was like, you don't want to lose my damn man. And of course, Anita's dumbass can be like, oh, another unworthy man for my Dupree women. Because, they got to sit there and constantly sit there and say Dupree every 5 minutes. Like a fucked up drinking game. Freddie says, Albert, if Michael sleeps with Jacinda, this will be the second time he sleeps with a hooker. Remember Sam's friend Abby. Abby wasn't a hooker. Abby was a stripper. Abby wasn't a hooker. Abby was a stripper. Dominic says, "Oh no, I mean a future cheater. Keep in mind, she's the kid who's supposed to be Minnie Bill." Ooh, yeah, that's a good question, LaShawn. I've heard that she's semi-retired, whatever the hell that's supposed to mean. Which, by the way, yeah, stripper. Yeah, I just Ron says, Albert, I'm disappointed with Taylor. All she's going to do is be a target, and her family means Steffi also is going to be a target. Because Luna is going to get out somehow. Unfortunately, you're right about that, Ron. The chick won an Emmy, so we're gonna be stuck with more Luna and her rage bait tactics, which is really gonna get on my fucking nerves. But here we are. So I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, that's right, Danny B. Sometimes we just got completely different opinions. We got different perspectives about some of these characters. That is true, Sean. Not much of Jason this week. Yeah, not much. Hell, I mean, honestly, tell you the truth, he almost seemed like he was pointless in this episode. Rachel says, does Jacinda have an Abby during the time of Drew's shooting? Oh, an alibi. That's a good question, Rachel. That's a good question. That's a damn good question because she well, Michael said that like they need each other, but Michael needs her more. They're not gonna sit there like she's the least likely suspect. Um, but no, as far as I can remember, I don't think that she has an alibi. I do not think that she has an alibi, Rachel. No, no, that's a good question. No. Don't make sure it's not to shift the subject too much out, but I hope you're looking forward to Hollywood's next week. The 30th anniversary was supposed to go be insane. Oh, I mean, I'm definitely looking forward towards it. I didn't realize it was the 30th anniversary. I still got 2 episodes to watch until next week, so but it's been really good though. Bo is messing with my Deacon and Sheila. Has Hope saying she can't be with Thomas and Deacon's just ill. Oh, Danny Bear. But I'm definitely looking forward to next week though. Well, I'm definitely looking forward to us next 2 episodes. She does, Ron. She does like to dictate people's lives. Oh, she'll deserve it. Okay, Ron. That's a very nice thing for you to say. Oh yeah, I forgot. Filmmakers says they're going to go crazy with stunts, and they did Hollywood's latest special, which is basically their HBO mature. Oh shit! Okay, all right. That sounds like that's gonna be fun then. You know, one day I gotta get I gotta get a Hollyoaks sweater. I gotta get a Hollyoaks hoodie. Taylor needs to find her own man before Sheila goes after her. Oh, no, she found her own man. Deacon will be her new man. Deacon will be her new man. Domex says I saw clips and Sonny the cop is dropping the F bomb like crazy. What? Oh, okay. Oh, they going there. Well, that's gonna be something interesting. Oh, Donnie. Donnie needs to be sitting there worried about fixing things with his damn wife. Taylor will not be with Deacon. Why not? Uh, because she shouldn't be scared. She shouldn't be scared of Sheila. Who the hell is Sheila? In all reality, I'm like, Deacon is not her property. Some weird shit right there. Deacon is not her goddamn property. Have a good night, Sean. Have a good night, Ryan. I'll get to you in 1 second, Ron. Deacon is Sheila's husband. I'm just ready for them to let Taylor do something. But yeah, exactly. That's yes, facts. Now, Ron, what did you say? Albert, there's no way Steffi will want her mom with a ex-convict. You know that for sure. Yeah, I forgot. Listen, Ron, you did got a good point. What's good, April? Thank you, April. I appreciate that. How you doing tonight? Emily says Finelli was out of line today. What in Pacific? 'Cause you know that man says a lot. Tomax says, did you hear they're finally producer for B&B who isn't the Bell family. Oh wow. Uh, oh, well, it's been out. Let me change this. I mean, so wait, what was I gonna sit there and say? Um, I don't know. Part of me just kind of sits there and I'm like, I don't feel that Taylor should be afraid of. That's huge. I thought B&B would always keep that same family in charge forever. I guess they've been doing that shit for years, so I'm not voting for no damn Aaron. What are you talking about, bro? You give a shit about no Aaron Ryan? You know I don't care about Aaron. You always sit there and bring up Aaron, like Aaron this and Aaron that. I don't give a damn about no goddamn cringy Aaron. I'm gonna switch it to my laptop. Ugh, still kept it like that. Oh wow, and it still gave me the same goddamn format. That is so annoying. No, that's not what Yeah, um, I don't know what the hell is happening with StreamYard. Emily says Liam is going to propose to Hope next week. Yeah, I saw. Listen, I can't believe that um her mom and dad have such this hard on to sit there and try to get um Liam back with Hope after how many times it did that what you call cheated. Oh, now I see what you're talking about. This is so fucking irritating. Yeah, it's like it gives you a series of different formats instead of it just formatting according to if I'm on my phone or if I'm on my laptop or whatever. It's like it just gives you this. I don't know. I don't like the. Are you fucking kidding me? I don't like the idea that it like it changes on you on the last second. You got to kind of figure it out. All right, hold on. I'll be right back. Okay, now I can see what Jonathan is talking about. That's fucking annoying. Yeah, no, I'm still here. Yep, that's right, Jonathan. Emily says that is from a scene. Yep. Yeah, I had to take care of something. Yes, I am here. Where else my damn book? Oh, there it is. Oh, my God, where else my damn book at? Now you're in the box. Now, yep. Now I'm in it. Now I'm in the box. It's just kind of annoying, Jonathan, because it's like it used to format it for me. You know, I can switch from my phone to my laptop, and it was switched automatically. Now it's like I have to set it up before I stream, and that's the part that's annoying. I'm not a fan of it. Oh, how do I? Oh, wow. Okay. People know call hope hopeless. Yes. Emily said, let's all agree that Spinelli is insecure about. Well, I'm not gonna sit. I'm not gonna agree to that. Oh yeah, no, I'll definitely figure it out. I definitely figure it out, Jonathan. It gave me the option right before I started streaming, so it kind of threw me off. I didn't get a chance to really test things out. That's the part that's just a little annoying. Is this? Yes. Um, you know, they're constantly changing stuff on StreamYard, and problem is that their new update they just did it today, so I had no idea, and I'm like, yeah, so it just threw me off. Hope needs to shut up about Sheila. Why? why? Why does she need to shut up about Sheila? Sheila's okay. Sheila sat there and lied to him about Luna. Luna's crazy deranged ass. She lied to this man. Um, you kept the truth from your husband, like, and because of that, Luna wound up sitting there sexually assaulting Will because nobody had any idea. Because no one had any idea that Luna was alive. If they knew Luna was alive, they would have been more on the lookout for her. Especially knowing that Luna was obsessed um, Luna was obsessed with Will, and that's all because Sheila chose not to say anything. She lied to him about something major like that. Yeah, I totally understand that. I totally understand why Deke actually said what he said. I don't blame. I don't. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I get that, but you don't. I mean, Dan, you don't see the problem with Sheila lying to Deacon about Luna being alive. Like you don't see anything wrong with that. That's my whole thing. Like, Dan, you tell me you don't see anything wrong with her lying to him about her deranged granddaughter that wound up killing two of his friends being alive. I'm just saying. I mean, I'm not trying to put you on the spot. I'm just like, just saying. This is good. You know, I haven't actually had a drink in like Spiderquake. Is this Danny Bear? Yes. Yep, that's Danny Bear. Yeah, that's correct, Spiderquake. Her channel is in the comment section. It's in the pinned comment section. This is so fucking annoying. Yeah, that wasn't a good idea for her to do that, but she was going to tell him finally. But oh, she was going to tell him finally. Ah, okay, all right, all right. Well, you know, she was going to get around to it. I got you. Oh, Danny Bear, the world YouTube needs you. And yeah, I agree with that, Spider. I agree with that. I think it's I think it's acidifying what they want up doing with her channel. Have a good night, Freddie. I think it's completely utterly acidifying. Mm. You know, Spider, it's a different era we live in. You know, it's a different era that we live in. It's a different era that we live in. I don't know how to describe it, but it's a different era that we live in. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not giving these shows grace or anything like that, but I think the episodes were decent. They were, but yeah, I can see what you're saying. Like for a Friday's episode, you expect like a really good drop in everything. You know, I know that. You know, to tell you the truth, that the Spider, that was literally the best. That was literally the best part in that whole episode. You see, that's the thing. That's the thing, Danny. When you file for an appeal, there's supposed to be a human being that actually reads it. I felt like they gave you a gen. I felt like they gave you a I felt like they gave you an AI generated response because honestly, to tell you the truth, it was like I don't know what you wrote, but I felt like they gave you a AI generated response. The same response that they gave you was the same response that they gave Cat Lady, and the same response that they gave DC. I think it's acidine. Like I'm like, listen, if it was the shorts, and they could have just sat there and said, "Well, it's the shorts." You know, you violated a copyright law. You know, a copyright law, or whatever. You got copyright strikes. They didn't sit there and give you that. Like, yeah, you know, I thought about DMing you another way to go about getting your channel back, but like, I don't even know how to respond to that. Well, you know, like I said, Spider, as bad as Drew is, um, you know, I did a video about a character named Michael Cambios. You think that Drew's bad? Michael Candice is far worse. Johnson says Phoenix mentioned that Tuesday's episode of GH where Ronnie kicked Tracy out of the mansion was originally supposed to be a Friday's. Oh. Hmm. Danny says asked him to give me a chance to delete all the shorts. My channel is all me except for those. Some videos I had on there had family that's dead or missing. I don't think I have those saved anyway. Yeah, and they could have did that. I don't I don't understand. I don't understand how I don't understand any of that. Honestly, it just sucks in general. Like they didn't have a human even read what you wrote. They just gave you an AI generated response. And I understand that there's a lot of people that use YouTube and stuff, but like, take the fucking time to sit there and read what these people are writing. Because at the end of the day, Danny, you're bringing them money to YouTube. And what's really bad is that you're not making any money. You're not monetized, but you are making YouTube the platform money. It's just it's so fucking annoying. Like honestly, tell you the truth, Danny, I'm mad for you. Cyclics is also everyone saying Scout, Danny, Michael, Willow, or Sitwell, Pop Drew. What if it's Rocco? I doubt it, but it could be. Listen, it could be. Somebody said it could be teacher. Somebody said it could be teacher. It's it's so hard to sit there and tell. I'm more thinking about what Chase is doing and how out of pocket that is. Chase is doing way too goddamn much. He is doing way too fucking much. It could be Taggart, but I doubt it's Taggart or Spider. He's too busy. He's too busy sitting there drinking that damn bottle. Okay, he don't got time to be shooting Drew. Okay, that man is 3 sheets to the wind every goddamn day. Y'all talking about Chase? Why would TJ shoot Drew? I don't know. I don't honestly tell you the truth. I think that so, the problem with this whole thing is that some people are very obvious, so it's most likely not them, and some people wouldn't even have a reason to do it. Like some people sit there saying, "It's Christina. Christina's the one that sat there and shot Drew." I'm like, why was he disappointed? Why was he disappointed, Spider? That's yeah, exactly. And Carly never shared in her goddamn life. Never shared with Sam. Never shared with Courtney. Nah, F out of here. Well, from what I understand, they didn't know who the hook killer was either. But, yeah, I'm gonna, Danny, I'm gonna message you before, tonight. I need to get your channel so I can post it in my community tab. I'll post that on my community tab. Exactly. Like you just get to a point. It's like they're just throwing names out there. It could be like, okay, the people that is could be. And that's what I'm saying. Like some people are very obvious, like Michael and Carly, and I guess even Willow. Now that I think about it a little bit, or like all people that can most like Alexis. Remember, Alexis sat there and said in a crowded restaurant that she will sit there and kill Drew. I guess everyone just fucking forgot about that, but she said that as well. So my whole thing is like there are people that's very obvious, and I don't know. I'm so angry. Could have been Martin. Could have been Martin. What was her alibi? I don't remember. I remember she had an alibi. I remember her sitting there threatening, but she had an alibi. What was it? Like dead serious. What was her alibi? I remember that. Johan was good. DC Soap Sanctuary, the one and only. I know. Favorite artist? Crazy. Alexis Curtis. Um, they posted one, Johan. I'll post it. I'll post it this weekend. They got one where they're getting pranked. It's in a short, so I'll set it up tonight and post it. They post stuff on like different channels or whatever, or they have friends that post stuff on different channels. I don't know if you saw my last video, but the last video that I posted, um, they want to go into jail. They want to get detained. How are they still making videos? And last time I checked, they were in jail. Last time I checked, they were in jail. When I made that reaction video, they were in jail. But I think they're out. Yeah, they have a open case, whatever that means. But I'll post it tonight and I'll come out tomorrow. Since I'm not going to be posting anything, so I'll post it. I'll post it tonight. So damn hard to sit there and keep track of them. So Johnson says, "What do you think of the Tay and Holly scene yesterday on Days?" I I understand where Holly's coming from. She wants to sit there and buckle down, and Tay didn't even sit there and ask her how the discipline thing was. Like he just started going in and just started making out with her and stuff. But I will sit there and say that she does need to get to a point where she needs to sit there and be honest with her, because nobody likes being left in limbo. What annoys me is that she stopped going to Paris to sit there and be with a boy. Like I feel like she just been just effing up a lot of her decisions and stuff like that. Um, like you didn't go to your dream school because of Tate, and then you were gonna go, and then you stop and you decide not to go because of Tate. And it's like, what are you doing at this point? So I'm just like, if you don't want to be with him, just be honest. Because it's just it's stupid. Most people would have sat there and did that instead of sitting there trying to I would like to do anything to get rid of people. Julie, Jennifer, Alex, Bonnie, Tate, and Holly. Okay, so I can agree with you on the Julie and the Jennifer and the Tate and Holly and Bonnie. I definitely Bonnie. Alex is cool though. I like. Here's the thing. I like Alex. Um, I don't necessarily like the Alex and Stephanie scene, but like, and Amy wants to keep Johnny and Chanel from adopting the soul because she. Yeah, and that's the thing. She didn't learn a goddamn thing. She didn't learn shit. And honestly, to tell you the truth, what she wound up doing is like she's blaming Johnny and Chanel. She's blaming she's blaming Johnny and Chanel for what happened to Sophia. I was like, what do you think Sophia learned to start blaming other people for, you know, um, what do you think that she learned to sit there and start blaming her mistakes from? Like, you failed her as a mother. And also, again, as I was sitting there reading the synopsis, 1 second, Spider. Um, but you know who does have rights? Aaron. I don't understand why she just don't adopt another goddamn kid. Amy is someone that can go. Today when she sat there and said, I want to thank you two for taking care of the sorrow. I don't agree with your lifestyle. What? I really sat there and was like, listen, this is the second time. This is the second time that she said some stupid homophobic shit like that. And I could not believe I couldn't believe that Javi was okay with letting her hold that baby. Also, I don't understand why. Okay, why do they have to sit there and play nice after she says something homophobic like that? Can you imagine if she was like that with Theo and she was like, "Yeah, listen, um, not that I'm okay with black people, but you're okay though. You're okay in my book." Can you imagine Theo from there playing nice or being nice to her or being civil to her after she said that? So I found it so out of pocket that she can sit there and say something homophobic. Yeah, but see, that's my thing though. That's my thing, Danny Bear. Imagine if it was Theo, and imagine if she says something racist, and it's like, oh well, Theo's just gonna sit to be more polite and stuff like that because we gotta show her that we're better than that. Like this is exactly, Jonathan. But see, this is the one time when I'm just like, I felt like it was disservice. The whole we gotta take the high road. Somebody says something racist or homophobic, and we gotta take the high road. And I guess it bothers me because it's like, oh, because she said something homophobic, it shouldn't be that bad and they should just take the high road. But if she says something racist, then Venice Woe was too far, and Theo should be able to go. I don't know. I just felt like I don't feel like that. I don't feel like that's realistic in any sense of the word, even for a soap opera. But like I said, it doesn't matter what Amy said. At the end of the day, it's Amy's grandkid. If she wants to hold him, she can. Now, is she wrong for what she said? 100%. I don't know if she has legal right to sit there and hold him. Like they can sit, they can, even if she is, it's like if Sophia sat there and said, "I want to hold the baby." Yeah, you are that child's mother, but you lost your rights X amount of days ago. So legally, they can sit there and say, "No, you can go and fly a kite." We're going to meet Leon. Oh, that's his name. I was wondering what his name was. Yes, that is Theo's high school bully. Yes, that is Theo's high school bully. So I'm looking forward towards that. Yes, Sophia has X amount of days to sit there and claim that child. If she doesn't, then it goes up for adoption. Yes. Yeah, she doesn't. You can be the grandmother. It does not mean that you have the legal right to sit there and hold that child. From what I understand, yes. Because he did sit there and say that his nephew or whatever is coming to town, which I don't know. Every time I see Forrester and Julie, I'm just like, ugh. It's just like I'm not trying to sit there and be ageist or anything like that, but like I don't really care about these two old farts conversation. I feel like I really don't. I do not care about these two old farts conversation. Like I don't. That's the guy that owns the bookstore who sold it to Julie. Oh, he's definitely a scumbag. He's also desperate and he's also a loser. So yeah, he's a scumbag for lying to her, and he's a loser because he has. Here's the thing: when you have to sit there and fake paralysis to keep a girl in your life, nah. Yeah, the bookstore owner. That is correct, Amanda. Yeah, yeah, he does. He it's a scumbag one. It's a very well. It's a very loser one, but he has it. Listen, I resigned it to just not liking Leslie. And every scene that she's in, every scene that Leslie is in, it is just painstaking. It is just the most difficult shit to sit there and watch. It doesn't matter what she's doing. Even when she was concerned about peaches and everything like that, I still didn't care. I did not give two flying fucks. Because when she told Eva, yeah, I started a fight with Nicole, I was like, you started a fight with Nicole, knowing how frail and fragile Peaches is. I can't. I know some people like her and whatever, but like, yeah, that's true. And then I gotta talk about yesterday's episode too. Yesterday was a stupid fucking episode. I think it might have been one thing I liked about it, but like the the scene with Samantha, It's always annoying. I think, the thing is, Danny, certain characters just don't work for certain people. No matter what they do, they just don't work. Leslie is a character that I've just resigned to just being like, you know what? I just don't fucking like you. Like, I really don't. But, I totally forgot what I was saying. Oh, Samantha. Samantha's not explaining to, what's her name? June, about like, oh, this boy doesn't like my picture. I need a lot of likes. Likes give me like a dopamine feeling, and it's very exciting, and it's great. And I'm just like the most vapid fucking conversation. Like you're explaining to your mother about why likes is so important. Why likes are so important on Instagram. Like, first of all, the fact of the matter is, the chick looked like she's fucking 30, and she's snipped there trying to act like an 18-year-old. I'm not reading that. Acting like she's an 18-year-old. So, like, that shit just doesn't work. Tanya said Beyond the Gates is first daytime drama I heard to use the P word, and the whole episode was stupid as hell as they did do the comedy episode. Probably that was like the best part in the episode. I would sit there and say, but what the hell I was gonna sit there and say? I was like the dumbest shit, and like for the whole time, and like towards the end, it's like, oh, he finally liked my picture. Oh my god, he liked my picture. I'm just like, what is this shit supposed to be for? I did not care about Tyrell and they're getting back with Jessica. I didn't care about that at all. Like, oh, you're gonna be Spider Man. I mean, I'm gonna be Spider Man, and you're gonna be Gwen Stacy. It was like, oh, okay. It's like, okay, cool. I get it. It's a pop culture reference. I get it. Maybe some of the older people may not get it, but like, I get it. It's like every day. That show just impresses me. That show just it impresses me by just how fucking stupid it can be at times. No, Stacey, I'm not even going to say anything. Well, no, but she did sit there and say that she was going to be she said she was going to be MJ. She said she was going to be Zendaya's MJ. She was like, okay, cool, I'll be Zendaya's MJ. I was like, okay, that's a better costume, but like, I still don't give a fuck. I was like, and the thing is, I don't give a shit, and I know what they're talking about. I know the comic reference that they're talking about. That's the thing, that's why, like, I sit there and I look at Beyond the Gates, and I look at a scene like that. I'm like, okay, well, I get that. I get that reference. You get that reference. I don't know if 70-year-old Betty's going to sit there and get that reference. They're going to just be sitting there looking at that, I mean, like, oh, I guess it's one of those comic book references those one of my grandkids are knows about. And no, I'm not sitting there saying that all older people don't know about comics and stuff like that, but like the chances of that happening is very rare, if any. So I just I oh, come on, Tanya. You know why people gonna sit there and think it was canceled. Sean says Albert, Gwen Stacy, Emma Stone, she was amazing. Yeah, and I did like the movie. I don't think that comic book fans know what they want. They bitch and complain about everything, and then when they don't get anything, they sit there and bitch and complain. Marvel fans are the fucking worst. There, I said it. All right, I'm gonna end the stream here because I do gotta. Apparently, I'm going to my birthday thing a little early, but I still don't know what time I'm gonna get back. So, members, I'm not gonna be streaming tomorrow, but I will be back on Sunday, and we're gonna have a fun time. We're gonna have a fun time. If you're not a member, make sure you join. We do a lot of old school reactions to different soap operas, all the ABC stuff and the NBC stuff, which has been great. You also subscribe to Danny Bear's channel, Miss Soap Opera, Miss Soap, Miss Soap Obsession, Obsessed, because clearly I can't read now. Johnson says, join us next time for another edition of Soap Chat without a Classic. Thank you, Jonathan. Good night, everyone, and hit the like button. Yes, hit that goddamn like button, and hopefully by the next time I come on here, I know what the fuck I'm actually doing with whatever this is, because, you know, that's fun to sit there and be dealing with. Yes, have a good night, everyone, and I will see you on the next stream. Laters.